Maria Montessori realized that children learn best when they are able to absorb information using all their senses. Some sensorial materials develop the child's ability to learn differences in pitch or to match sounds. Others develop the ability to perceive various tactile materials. Still others develop the sense of taste and smell. When presenting any Montessori material, the teacher strives to do the work perfectly to model the correct method of doing the activity. The material is always presented on the child's dominant side to maximize the child's ability to absorb the information. Many sensorial materials are used to lay the basis for abstract mathematical concepts and to continue to develop the small muscle coordination necessary for learning to write. The sensorial materials also develop vocabulary for geometry and for an understanding of botanical classification. The beautiful materials and the joy of manipulating them and developing fine sensorial perception makes learning fun, building the basis for a lifelong love of learning. The trinomial cube represents the trinomial equation a plus b plus c cubed. 3 of the blocks are cubes defined as a cubed, b cubed, and c cubed. Similar to the binomial cube, the blocks can be lined up to represent the equation a cubed plus 3a squared b plus 3a squared c plus b cubed plus 3b squared a plus 3b squared c plus c cubed plus 3c squared a plus 3c squared b plus 6abc. In the sensorial curriculum, the child absorbs the relationships that later are represented in algebraic equations.
Now this is going to be taken out in layers because of all the many different pieces. So I'm going to start with the top layer right in front of the child. Again, showing the child the different pieces, looking at the fact that there's a new color introduced. And some definitely new pieces. All of the pieces, when they're taken out, should be at the same level because there are 3 layers. And there's the top. And then we move to the middle. And those are the last pieces that should come out as you unfold them and unveil them in the layers. Because they are what are familiar. And to keep them intact usually makes the child notice, I know that one. And then we move to the bottom layer. Some new pieces, same colors, some new pieces. But on the very core, there's that old friend, the binomial cube. So when all the pieces are out, I'm going to start the bottom layer, and this is what's going to be familiar because we're just beginning the binomial cube. But I like to emphasize between the 2 pieces that have red for children that just have just a little bit more visual difficulties. If they did not notice that the binomial cube is the core, basically, I introduced the 2 different pieces then. Again, using my eyes to fill in what fits. And actually in every dimension. Bottom layer, then we move to the middle layer. Again, building that binomial cube. This is the layer, if they did not notice, they usually notice. Fitting in the pieces. And the last layer. This layer is completely new. But that's always fascinating to me, how the binomial cube is right there in the very core of it all. Giving just a little bit of familiarity to the children. And then you add those extra little pieces. Because when they get all the pieces, this can look very challenging. And that favorite one, there's that little seat right there. Again, when you're done, making sure that the box closes and that the lid will fit. And then it's the child's box to open.